Hello, this is High Templar with my new mechanics video. I wanted to test some monstrous units for orcs. Actually, not only monstrous units, just mid-tier units. So, just basically see what they are, how you can use them. So this is troll spam, basically, against orc boy spam. Trolls should be perfect for killing those guys. They have high weapon strength, area of damage, so like I said, they should be perfect for the job. Their morale is very low, so you need to watch on that. And because of that, if you have large amounts of those, fight will be chaotic, to say at least. However, the regeneration is something that makes this running way slightly less annoying, because the trolls that will survive, for example, this is less than half health, but you can see 10 trolls out of 12 survive this. So they can stay out from the fight, regenerate, and if you get and charge back again with bit more health, it's not that, you could possibly use it to some advantage. However, I needed a holding force, and in this case my holding force here will be a Grimgor very soon here, concentrating a lot of units around him. Trolls are getting back and back from the fight, some of them shattering. Unfortunately. But the enemy is also breaking. As you can see, I've thrown 4 groups of trolls here, and they are doing their job. And proximity of Grimgor makes them not weighable for a bit longer. Here I have also a few units of trolls on the flank that actually broken the enemy. And then charging inside, just making sure with 1 unit of trolls that those guys won't come back for me. Charging straight to those guys. Grimgor standing fast, not really taking that much damage, and the enemy starting to waver. So am I, but it's not so bad. And the good things about trolls is that they do regenerate, and this is actually beautiful because you can use it. I'm not sure if they regenerate from round to round, but if they regenerate on the battlefield, you just have to wait for a bit for them to regenerate the next round, and that would be enough. So that was, as you can see here, lots of kills on those trolls, some of them 200 kills, some of them 9. Some of them shattered very shortly, probably due to the presence of their orc boss, and this is about 30% losses, very close to 30% losses. However, my Grimgor did quite the job here. But if you can make those guys regenerate, because those actually is telling you the losses of units, not their health. This is very important to remember, because in campaign this will this health will save to the next turn. So this once happened to me when I had 10 chaos pounds, and I lost 9 of them due to auto resolve, because 10 chaos pounds had like 10% of health or 20%, little. So, but yeah, like I said, you can use them. You can use their regeneration. Now, the other unit that is a solid damage dealer, exactly as trolls, but they additionally have bonus damage against big, which is obviously extremely useful. So Beagles against trolls, no contest here. There is one more unit of Beagles here, because trolls are slightly more expensive. But if you go here, you can see that there is actually bone versus large 8 damage. I know, not that much, but still, a very good damage dealing unit with 12 armor piercing, solid leadership, and some armor. So let's just fast forward here, because I will be setting up my line for very long. And yeah, those guys are damage dealer, but there is 100 of them, and each one hitting 42 damage, although they do not have area attack, which trolls do. Trolls do 90 damage, but this is area attack. Obviously leadership largely on the side of my guys, of Beagles. I say my guys because after this test they became kind of my favorite. Come on. Sorry for those delays. So yeah, less charge bonus of trolls, but less speed. So that is slightly problematic. Only 31 speed. Trolls can be used to run after the retreating enemy and deal quite some damage to them. I didn't do that in the last video, I just played for a break. And yeah, I'm thinking this will be the attack right now. So we'll see those guys charging. Come on, go, go. And the good thing about Beagles is mostly their numbers and health. Although you won't see what you've seen in the last video, where there is 10 trolls and with half of the health of the unit. This is problematic because if you deal half of the damage to the unit, pretty much half of the Beagles will be lost. I mean, not really. If you fight lots of low damage units, it won't work like that. I've retreating Gringor, so he won't be getting in the fight because that war boss is also not getting into the fight. I am attacking from the flanks, obviously. This is the damage dealing units, and they are already breaking on this flank, and they did also on this flank. So pretty much wrapping around. This is normal difficulty fight, by the way. And those poor orcs wavering, orc boys everywhere, and Orbigun staying there, standing there fast, not moving an inch. I actually used I don't remember what I used. Just like a bit of a boost, I guess. I was using boosts with my previous fighting and trolls a lot more, and I was actually using Grimlock himself. He got 230 kills. Now I'm just trying to get rid of this guy because, as you can see, the fight is pretty much done. Yeah, I do agree, victory is now in grasp. And those guys are just breaking everywhere, and I'm going for their leader. It is pretty much done for my guys from the flanks are coming in. Everybody's taking to waver. And the results here, you can see I lost a bit more than 30% of my units, and those units inside were pretty beaten up. So health wise, trolls did better. It would probably be the best to use trolls as damage dealers, but use them on a flank. They are slightly better than Beagons, but they are slightly more expensive, and also they regenerate. But as you can see, there are pretty much every unit of Beagons I have here has a solid kills 150, 140, 120. There is no units that really perform very poorly, and like I said, I wasn't using Gringor here. And if you use Beagons against large, they have obviously bonus against large, which is even better. So they are like spear units, because for example Goblin Spears do not have a bonus against spears. So this is what I wanted to show you, and I hope you like it, I hope you enjoy it. Press like if you did, and leave a comment if you want, and see you next time.